class, I want to walk you through a real quick 1, 2, 3 overview of the week 1 lab assignment. I'm first going to begin by looking at the week 1 announcement, and when I expand that, I'm going to scroll down to the lab work section. Here I can see that the lab work is in our course textbook. So on our course menu, you'll want to click on eTextbook. When you click on eTextbook, you'll be able to click on Get Your eTextbook. That will then launch into our course textbook. So I know in the first chapters I'm looking for the EX. I'm looking at EX 61 through 62. I'm actually here in the bottom going to just navigate EX 61 and then I'll click on Go. Here I'm taken directly to our week 1 lab assignment. And the actual real directions begin here on page 62. So that's where you're going to find all of the individual steps for that lab assignment. Take a moment and actually view the week 1 grading chart and get an idea of specifically what I'm looking for. Let me walk through some of the quick basics of that assignment with you. I'm not going to go through the whole assignment. I'm going to go through an expedited view. I've taken the data from the chart in the textbook and I've inserted it into a new Excel file. So you're going to end up then formatting these headings here, and I've used a heading 3 style. This is per the directions. I've also made sure that I merged the cells here and that I applied a red bold center title. Same here with row 2. So make sure you apply the proper formatting there for your title and your subtitles here. Next, once I have all the data from the table transferred in, I'm going to select all of that entries, and on the Formula tab, I'm going to use the sum function. I want to complete that for each one of my columns, and I want to make sure that I have the sum for all the data rows. After you complete all of these, you're then going to need to add up all of the rows. So for doing that, I'm going to then do in the rows here for the total. And you'll continue doing this on your worksheet. And I'm going to leave it partially finished there because I think you get the idea. Once you've completed that, there's a lot of steps in the instructions, like changing row 11, column A, to the state that you were born. If you were born in Virginia, then change it to another state. So once you change that, that's one of the items on the grading chart. You also note that I've already colored my tab. That's one of the steps in the assignment as well. So you're going to want to select the tab color and make sure that you properly select the color for that tab. Again, make sure you go through all the directions step by step, formatting the heading styles, formatting the colors, making sure that you've done the sum function for both the rows and for the columns. And then you're going to need to create a 3D pie chart. So I'm going to go ahead and select that information, and then from the charts, and your version of Excel might look a little different than mine. I want to make a 3D pie chart, so I will create my pie chart. And on quick layouts, I have various options, and I'm looking to make sure that I can also see the states with the data. So you'll want to explore that and make sure you complete that step as well. Additionally, you're going to need to actually move the chart, and you're going to need to move it to a new sheet, and then you'll end up adding a title to that sheet as well per the actual instructions for the assignment. And then you can expand and move and enlarge your chart accordingly. The other thing that I want to outline is that when you actually are entering data into a cell in Excel, you're going to want to make sure that you format that. I'm going to go back to the Home tab, and I need to format that cell style to accounting. That allows me to see the numeric value, and with putting it in a comma format. And again, that's as simple as after you enter in all of your data, you're going to want to make sure that you select those cells and that you select the formatting for the cell type as accounting. Again, take your time and go through all of the steps in the textbook on page 62, and you're only going to need to create steps 1 through 6. So once you complete these 6 steps, you're going to go ahead and save your document and upload it into Dropbox. If you have any questions or problems, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Remember, don't wait till the very end of the week to complete your lab assignments, especially as later in this class, when we have 2 or 3 lab assignments, you're not going to be able to budget your time waiting to the end of the week. So make a real effort to complete your lab assignments earlier in the week for class. I look forward to seeing your week 1 lab work.